This is our data mining project on football statistics. My name is Jessica Clemenson and my partner is Wilson Lyle. He's going to go ahead and go over the data mining applications we use during this project.
Our data through downloading stats using Visual Basic macros from ESPN.com like this. Now we had to create passing, rushing, receiving, defense, etc. And the first worksheet for each workbook you have to do manually, and then you can use that to write macros from there. Got an arrow, import. Do anything one, and here's all our data. Now we need to cut out the unnecessary part of it. Take the first 31 rows. Now from there I would record it and record a macro and then create one from there. But I have already done that. So for the rest of the sheets, just go right here. Make sure everything's good. Appears to be. And we'll execute. Alright, now let's look at it. The macro did everything that I did on the first one and a lot faster. It appears that every sheet was done correctly. So from there, I did this for, like I said, all 8 of the categories, and then created a spreadsheet that had teams that made the playoffs every year so that I could organize each sheet within all the other workbooks and only take the stats from the teams that made the playoffs. So we will go to playoff team workbook. File is that we were doing. We were looking at passing statistics. Change the name. And the first column's 4, or first row's 4, last column is N. Everything else looks good. Go back to passing stats, and as you can see, for each of these, those of you that follow football, the green team on top each year is the team that won the Super Bowl. Blue is the team that lost in the Super Bowl, and the yellow are the other teams that made it in the playoffs. Now we do that so we can just have it very easy to just grab all the stats, because they'll be the first 12 rows, not the first 12, but 4 to 15. From there we need to compile a database. And this workbook still has all the years, 2002 to 2012, but it has all of the statistics. You got your defensive statistics, passing statistics, all of the other statistics. This was already compiled and it takes a while to run. That's why we're not running it right now. And that was completed. And then we did another database, except it's got all of the stats from all the worksheets in that workbook all on the same worksheet. And having everything on the same worksheet makes using Orange or Minitab or anything else a lot easier. And that is the Visual Basic part of Excel. There was one other. I did some manual recording of statistics. For example, when we were analyzing the buys, there was no need to write macros to figure out which Super Bowl teams had buys each year, as well as the top 2 running back yards. That would have been a little bit difficult to program. Alright, now we'll pass it off to Jessica, and she will talk about the Orange portion of the data mining.
Okay, so what we did was take all of those different statistics and uploaded the files into Orange, using that database that Wilson had showed you. After that, we developed our attributes. Now, as you can see, we could have looked at yards per game, etc., third down conversions, all of those. But what we decided to look at was our pass rating, sacks per game, passing attempts per game, and the passing yards per game. And to kind of show you a little bit about why we chose this, we also chose to show fourth down conversion and interceptions per game. Now these attributes are going to be the statistics we're going to look at. We group them by class, so that's how we can see that the data is organized. And then we expressed all of our attributes through a meta attribute, which is just grouped by team, so it was easy to see. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Go ahead and close out. And now we'll look at the scatter plots. Now the year is on the x-axis, pass rating, and you can see the champion is in blue. We chose to look for patterns that were consistent across all data. It seemed to be fairly consistent that the champions were always on the upper half. Now for fourth down conversions, you can see why we didn't choose to focus on this for a topic, because you'll notice we have some champions that are all the way up here and others that are right near the bottom. Go ahead and show you one more. This is passing yards per attempt, and this one is really nice to see because you can see some general clusters within each year. Okay, so now that we've showed you our data, we're going to go ahead and continue with the presentation in PowerPoint.